So, hello everyone, here comes time for Romeo and Juliet in anime, and Alice got a huge crest. It's big and juicy. It's like, my god, this woman. I mean, it's a rom-com with freaking fantasy elements around it, right? It's barely fantasy elements, sci-fi elements around it. It's like, haha, that is right, I am the best. It's like, whoop, oops, in my towel. Yeah. But and then the whole chain thing, yeah, the whole, like, you know, you gotta go to the bathroom with the chain and everything. It's just a rom-com, right? Come on, it truly is, feels incredibly similar to Rent a Girlfriend. Obviously, because it's our goddess doing the voice and everything, but it's like, man, it's all the I mean, half the episode is just like, oh my god, what can we do now? Oh no, and you know, it's like the whole thing, right? But it's funny though, and of course, Alice is extremely well developed with counts, right? And just a huge crest. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing, right? Anyway, the opening has been very, very spoilery, right? It kind of shows you, not even just the character, but it shows you like the order, who you fight and so on. And clearly, Ab guy that she's now saving here in the prison is gonna fight them as in the opening. So everything else in the opening has happened. So last episode, I guess that he was gonna be the character in the prison based on the opening, right? And that was correct. And then, of course, in the opening, he's also fighting them, so yeah, he's gonna fight them clearly. I do wonder what's her deal though. This is a kind of third faction. I think she's like a third faction, right? Not with the Emperor Order, which she's like something else. But anyway, let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. And I think he's also probably part of some third faction thing. If he's the Abs guy, Mr. Abs, as I could call him, it's a huge Abs. He's probably gonna be here now. I think he's also probably maybe a third. Here we go. Salinger. He to me sounds like also a guy that might be third faction, right? Like, yeah, you sure looks bishonen. You sure look attractive and young. I wonder what her faction is. Maybe she's just for that. I don't know, but he's like a weird character. It's like potentially betraying everything, right? Okay. For times like this. I also have a citizenship in this country for some reason. Interesting. He's a very nice prison with like a skybox. Yeah. Why does he have a skybox for? It's a beautiful prison. Okay, so might be her mother then. I guess he thought Alice grandma's boss, right? So he could always just leave? Or something? But this is weird, this guy carries like, oh yeah, you wanna fight with me? Okay, but I'm gonna help you. It's like, he could always just leave the prison or something? He just broke up the prison and left? What? I mean, she didn't do it right. He was the one flexing his powers, be like, yeah girl, you got me interested. So he wasn't actually in prison, he was just bored, so he didn't leave the prison? I mean, I guess that's badass, but now he's thinking that what she said wasn't even that interesting, so I don't know how she got him to be like, oh yes. Yeah, this girl, Alice. And we still haven't seen Pinkhead. That has to be him though, I guess. Salinger in the open tour there. That's probably her evil sister that talked about. Alice auntie, right? I think so. We haven't actually seen green-haired witch yet, but she's probably... No, she could be... No, it wasn't she Alice's sister. Either sister or mother. They mentioned it very briefly of someone's sister, but they haven't shown her yet. Man, look at the opening here now. Soon Salinger is gonna fight here after we see the other fights, like Faceless and, you know, Oppai falling into the... Yeah, so you know they're fighting Faceless. And now he's fighting Salinger. So that was clearly happened this episode. And then, yeah. That's what I mean! Got them opening. They're clearly both gonna fight Salinger, because the opening shows that. Let's see if I'm wrong, but I very much doubt it, because the opening has been corrected and everything else before. So I very much doubt that they won't be fighting Salinger now. Together as one. United they stand, you know, the whole thing. Oh, nice. More rom-com. It's what I'm here for, a rom-com. Oh, with one exception. There's one man. Even though she's entered it. The highest level of security, she's entered it. Hey man! Of course, we're gonna talk about him now to make like a point to how bad he is. You have to call him demon. He's so evil. Man, this is like a really weird off-plot. Man, oh my god. The writing, I have to say, that feels so silly. That they have these rom-com moments. He's like, oh, have I thought about Salinger to you? Like, why would she suddenly be like, that over there is Salinger? That guy is crazy. Like, why was he... I feel he's so, like, you know... How I say it? Stars align plotting that he's just escaping. She's, of course, for some random reason, talking about Salinger to him because, you know, it just feels very... forced, I would say. We've been together the whole time. Yes. Don't have any alarms? I mean, they do have some kind of prison, right? With science stuff. Like, okay, alarms. But I mean, for the whole place, the whole city would be like, Salinger escaped? I feel like everyone should be afraid when he's escaping. God damn, Risa-chan was ruining everything for them. Yeah, which seems really strange. Are this in the which country? So why do they have Imperial Army guards for? Like, kind of, basically. Like, why do they have Imperial Army solely people? Seems really strange. But I guess it's Salinger leaving the place. Actually, what's their point? I mean, she did what she did want to do. What are they still doing here then? They haven't heard anything about him being dead. Man, she's so evil. She's so evil, casually. Oh, he exploded everything. She's so that goddamn evil, Richard. I trust for a second. Okay, fine. Now she has some decision here. So, yeah, but I was wondering why they were still there. I thought they were by now. No, he wasn't there, but okay. Yes, definitely. Definitely. That's bait. Absolutely, because she's some kind of... Okay, I haven't seen that last time. I wonder why they didn't even look here, because he blew up a big hole. Like, why are they even looking at this area? He like destroyed a hole and he's escaping by a massive escape hole. Like, why are they looking in these corridors? Like, I'm just saying, like, isn't it kind of strange? Like, why are the guards like, where could he be hiding? He's like, but he blew up the wall and left the door over there. Wouldn't you be fighting him outside the house? Why are you like he's somewhere inside the corridors? He clearly just did a massive hole. Like, that's probably where he is. Yes. Clearly Salinger is escaping. Nande! Not Salinger, the guy I just mentioned! And of course she's gonna fight him, like in the opening. I guess maybe he can steal their spirits. So he might have more than one Merida, right? Because he's like stealing other witches' powers. I guess he has more than one. He's probably several spirits, and if he can absorb other witch powers. He will clearly save his girl from Salinger. Oh yeah, here we go. Will you help me fight Salinger? He's pretty evil. Oh, here we go. It's basically like, will you marry me? Let's fight together, honey. Very nice. Okay, insert song now. Yeah, she quickly changed off screen. God damn it. I think she's raising her death flag massively though, but I've hard time seeing her dying, given that how important this anime is, their love stories. So her dying here, I have a very hard time seeing her getting killed, right? It doesn't feel like the anime will do that. But what will they do then, right? This anime is too much focused on... I mean, I could see Rin dying. I could see Captain Oppa dying, right? But I can't see like the two main characters dying, because the whole... half the anime is their love story, right? So if one gets killed, what is the anime gonna be about then? So even if she really maxed her death flag there, I think she's like, come on, you can't kill off the two main, the love story, lovebirds. That wouldn't make any sense in this anime. Like, where would it go then, right? Unless she can be revived, I guess, somehow, but... Because of magic, I guess, but... Well... She does have power? Exactly. She does have power. But can she use her power? Yeah. I'm finally free! I love this, Captain Oppai! I'm free, you're here, guys! But yeah, why are they like trying to find her? Like, who they shoot the blast? Why wouldn't they be looking at the blast place? Why are they even trying to find the person in this place? He's clearly out at the blast floor. This seems really bad for her. Like, she has no actual control of magic, right? And why don't you shoot her? Why are you running after her? Oh, this is so stupid. My god, this is so stupid. We will execute you, but we will not shoot you with our guns. We will run after you. Why are you shooting at her? Okay, finally. Like, why? But he has a gun in his hand. Why is he using the gun for? Why does he have like a machine gun in his hand? It's like, I'll throw a fireball instead. Like, why isn't he bullet her? Man, it looks so stupid. Not even try to shoot her. Why is he carrying a gun? Okay, finally shooting at her, but of course he misses because it's like stormtrooper accuracy. But finally, but it took like a minute to start using his gun. Man, those are like the worst guys ever in prison. They talked about they were really bad executions. You escaped. They could have just shot her immediately. No, we're gonna talk to her for like a few minutes. Yeah, we only need a few more seconds to shoot her. They only needed a little more time before the speech and the running and so on. They needed a few more minutes there, then they would have died. that was so stupid. That should not have worked, of course. That was just ridiculous. Risha Shan being, hey boy, I just released this Salinger guy. It's gonna be fun. Is it Alice's phones, perhaps? Okay, it's his phone. Ooh. He's so nice to her. He said a nice hotel where they are stuck in the prison. Yeah. I'm at the penthouse suite. It's pretty nice here. Yeah, so now he's gonna go and save them all, right? He's like, give me that, you can't talk, you're too slow for this shit. It's like, give me, let me explain what's happening, everyone. So yeah, it's like... Just open the door and I don't know. Probably left the key there. Because Alice is... Yeah, probably left the key with the handkerchief. Alice style, you know, she's gonna be like, oh, maybe I put the key here. You know. More insert songs. This is the last episode because I saw insert songs. But of course she left the key under the handkerchief. She's like, I'm just gonna slide it in here, right? True love. Should listen to the heart. Should listen to the heart, man. There you go. I mean, it should still be hard for him to get there, though. He doesn't have any vehicle, and it's probably quite a bit to get there. At that point, though, he should be definitely taking him a while to somehow get there. I mean, she's clearly driving there. I mean, her, but, you know, someone's driving her there. Wait, who's... Okay, badass, but who is shooting at her? Recession, maybe? The weird evil woman? Wait, who was shooting at her car? Like, why would the guards attack her or something? It was really strange. Who shot the car? And even if it was a guard, why would they, after shooting the car, just ignore them and not try to shoot them more? It seems absurd. So she's second piece, yeah. So she's still the power. Her big sister is probably not happy that she's kind of to be the higher of the throne, even if she's the younger one. So her sister could be the leader of the third evil faction, right? Wouldn't he have left by now, though? Can't he, like, fly or something? I just imagine that they spent hours now even getting here. Hasn't he left already? Of course he hasn't, but I mean, why hasn't he left by now? Oh, and they just easily left. No one stops them. It's so stupid. But God, it's anime. How these people are like... There's a lot of people standing there. It's watching these three people running from the prison. They're like, oh yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, like no one is caring about them. Ugh. They entered the prison somehow incredibly easy, right? No one spotted them. And then now they just left the prison. No one appeared to spot them, even though they ran past 50 people. And she even had her, you know, crest out there and so on. So she looks like an escapee. He finally gets his katanas back. So he's finally a man again. But I have no idea how they could just run past everyone so easily. But the opening, again, right, it shows Salinger fighting Alice and Iska, so. But I mean, why hasn't he left yet? What's wrong with this guy? Why is he still here for? Why is he like, oh, I blew up everything? Hey, girl. It's like, why isn't he just left hours ago? I don't know. I felt he had a lot of time to escape this prison. Yeah, I think he can absorb the powers, right? He might get rid of powers then. Oh, he collects powers. I'm sorry, he's a collector of powers, of course. He just wants to have everyone's. Yeah, I'm a king, man. I'm just collecting my power. I see, I'm good. Well, I guess his power be then he can take other powers, right? And then the more people he fights, take his powers, the more power he gets, right? So he probably started as taking weaker people's powers, and then he got stronger and stronger. I don't know what she's doing this narrative thing. I don't feel this will work on a guy who has like 10 powers. It's probably worth even less than in narrative to recognize someone. Let's see if I'm right, he probably has a lot of powers, right? Given his collection of powers. So he has like wind and fire and earth, he has everything. Lightning magic. He's too ripped. He just flexes his muscles. He just flexes his abs. He's way too ripped to fall for that shit. Yeah, come on, like, man, well, whatever. Oh, come on, Rin. You did like one cool flip and then you got hit by it. She did like one cool vault and then she was failing. Come on, I believe in you, Rin. Oh yeah, he's building a stronger Earth Spirit. Of course. Well, he's probably gonna. Maybe he's gonna take the ice power then. You could wonder why they haven't executed this guy when they defeated him last time. He seems quite dangerous to keep alive. It's like, yeah, but I mean, this guy with like the power to steal our magic, and he focusing on stealing particularly the royal magics. Yes, that guy. We're not gonna execute him. We're gonna have him put in prison because of reasons. And of course, Alice will save her. Oh, Iska will save her. What happened to Alice then? Where did her princess go? Well, he has to make Rin Chan like her, I guess, so, you know. But I guess Iska would be the best way to fight him because he's actually not a witch. Because he can't see his powers. He can't absorb his, swordsmanship, I suppose. So, it's true. Iska would be like the natural counter to witch collector guy. But you always wonder. I mean, it's a very classic trope, right? To have this like badass guy in prison. Oh, this guy is the worst criminal ever. Let's just keep him alive, though. Like, it's very, very anime, right? Oh, we have this guy. He's been there for 20, 30 years. He's very strong, though. Especially this guy, then, can like absorb their powers. He can steal the powers from the royal family, right? And he seems to focusing on stealing the powers from the royal family. So why wouldn't you execute him? And also, he could pay to leave. The reason he didn't let him leave, he basically just left himself. He was like, actually, he really said he could leave whenever he wanted to. Like, he has all these different powers. He can do fire and wind and ice, probably ice magic too, right? And earth magic. So he could very likely have left at any moment. So why didn't they? I was like, I like my skybox. I'm gonna stay in here for a few minutes. I don't know. But of course, Alice will also enter this site as in the opening, and then her and Iska is gonna fight Salinger. I have a very hard time seeing her dying. But maybe he will steal the powers. That could be a thing, though. I can see that happening. I mean, I cannot see them dying, right? Because, of course, the anime is so much focused on the love story. But he might steal her ice magic, making her a normal human being, right? Then Iska might, I don't know, train her to fight something like, with weapons, or with swords or something, or with guns or whatever. That could be, I think, an interesting twist to it. Maybe. But I'm thinking that could be an interesting thing to it. If that could be interesting. That could be interesting, I feel. If she becomes, a human, right, and then has to learn the imperial way of fighting with the technology and so on, and swordmanship or whatever, right, spear or whatever, and then they can grow closer because Iska can train her in, martial arts or something. That could be a thing. That could happen, right? Because Salinger seems to be way stronger than they are, and of course then, because killing them, there's no way he's gonna kill Alice. Maybe Rin, as I mentioned earlier, but there's no way they can kill Alice, right? Like, we just won't be able to write a story from that because it's not a. While this anime clearly has fantasy and so on elements, it's 50% at least like a rom-com, right? So you can't kill off the female main lead. It's gonna be very hard for a rom-com. But taking her magic, taking her abilities, that could still work out. They could still be dating and so on and teaming up together, right? So yeah, maybe. And then of course eventually if he dies or something like that, her power will return to her, right? I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's probably my guess. If Alice doesn't get hurt, he will take her power and maybe her mom will appear something, right? And he will leave. And I can see it happening, but probably not super likely because then she will be quite useless probably. But of course Iska will train her and so on. But certainly this guy Salinger is gonna join on the third faction, right? So Risha-chan is probably part of. It feels like she's way too tricky that woman to just be working for the Emperor. Perhaps she is truly the Emperor ally guy, but she's still like oh sorry guys, you're in danger now. It's like she's kind of weird. Yeah, so it's like weird thing with her all the time, and she's always sneaking and betraying her own people and so on, using them as bait. Sure, she could be using that for the Emperor, I guess. Like, but I don't know. I think she could definitely be in the third faction thing. Let's mention his sister again, like working with Alice's sister or something like that, or the older family, right? We see all the older people with the masked evil guy and clearly the dragon guy, the clearly masked mage kind of evil guy and so on. So I was think those people are where she's probably aligned, right? She just seems so traitor, right? I don't know, but it really seems like she's an obvious traitor to the Emperor, and also not, of course. And also not working with the witches, but actually working with the third faction that also conquer everything, right? Very likely, because she's like, oh, I happen to also have a witch, citizenship. And it's like, why does she have that for? But, how did she get that, right? So there's something really strange with her, as always. It's something really mystery thing going on with her. I just want to throw it out. I think she's probably a double agent, a triple agent, something like that. Double, triple agent. I think that is more. And for that, it leads me. We didn't see exactly everything that happened between her and Salinger, and I think it would be more sense to write if she motivated Salinger to join her third faction. She's like, oh, you want to be a king? Well, I have this secret queen I'm working for, Alice's sister. She's gonna, dethrone the family, and you and her could get married, and something like that. I think would be kind of how Salinger would get into working with the sisters and that, right? But yeah, a lot of episode with action. Not much rom-com, not much hen stuff. And she's like dropping her clothes and being like, "Hey, my crest is big." What happened to that, man? There was way too much action and drama. By the way, see you guys tomorrow with Akudama Dry, and of course when they cry. Subscribe for that, like button, and have a good